Hello. Oh, I see the late afternoon light flickering through. You're going to get sparkles, sparkles today. Because I guess that's what happens at 5 o'clock. It'll be fun to see as the sun continues, now that it's starting to move south again, since we've moved past the summer solstice, the light will start changing. But right now, it still flickers in through my west-facing window here in New York City. Hello, Jennifer. Great to have you here. So I'll give it just a moment, see if anybody else wants to join us. I'm doing it again. I feel like I just had a wonderful conversation with a friend, a dear friend who's also a wonderful coach, talking about resilience and how we're moving through and how our businesses are moving through as for women entrepreneurs, and how we're all moving through this pandemic, especially now as we start to come through on the other side of the lockdown, and all the new things that we're learning. And doing FaceTime Live is one of them for me. I also started doing Instagram Live, so that's kind of fun. So I think, so I'm doing both of them right now. And I was drawn to take on this theme for obvious reasons. So the theme for this musings and meditation time today is breathing meditations, very simple breathing meditations to help calm and center us. And I've just collected a lot of them over the years. So, and many of them, you know, if you do yoga, you very likely have participated in some of these. But I just thought it would be helpful for anyone who is really looking to just kind of bring themselves to a peaceful place. I woke up this morning feeling a little off, and and then made a frustrating call and didn't get a call back. And so those are the times, and sadly, it seems like the times when we most need to, it's kind of the catch-22, when we most need to take care of ourselves, when we most need to meditate, is also coincidentally when we have the least focus or motivation to do so. So my hope is that by giving you some of these very simple meditations, they don't require you to, sit motionless for half an hour or even 15 minutes. There's several little ones, but I find that for me, because I've never identified myself as a meditator, because I had some funny concept of the fact that there was one particular way to meditate, and of course there's not. So to be able to have in your toolbox several different short, like there's the 1 minute manager. Some of these are literally just a moment or two. Call them the 1 minute or the 5 minute meditators. And they're all really designed to give you tools in the moment to shift out of a difficult place. So with that said, some of these are pranayama practices. Prana is Sanskrit for breath, and that comes out of the Hindu practice of yoga. And it's life force energy, but spiritually, emotionally. So prana and the other spiritus, inspire or spire, spiritus means to breathe. So when you talk about inspiration, where you're putting breath into something, you're inspiring, you're placing your attention and your focus and your breath into something. So it seems perfectly logical, if we need to be logical about this, that that prana practices, breathing practices, bring us back to a place of spiritual centeredness. So I want to make sure that I don't miss any. One of the kind of most commonly known ones is Nadi Shodhana. I always mess up the Nadi Shodhana, which is basically alternate side breathing. And so you take your index finger and your third finger. I mean, some people will do it different ways. This is the way that works best for me. You put them on your third eye or in between your eyebrows. So your pinky finger is on, I'm doing this with my right hand. So pinky finger is kind of wagging by itself. Your ring finger is on your left nostril. Your thumb is on your right nostril. And just place your ring finger on your left nostril. You're going to do this all through your nose, but I'm going to have to do it with my mouth open because I'm describing it. So you breathe in through your right nostril, hold it for a breath, close it off, and then lift your left finger out through your left nostril. In through your left nostril, pause as you close that off with your ring finger, out through your right. In through your right, close it off, pause, out through your left. In through your left, pause, out through your right. In through your left, in through your right, pause, out through your left. So you keep going like that. And the idea with alternate side breathing is that it balances your right and left brains, the right and left sides of your body. Left nostril is for calming, right nostril is energizing, so it's this nice balance. And it's said to increase your clarity, your focus, your concentration, clears your mind, calms your body. That's the power of breath. And as you can see, that's a simple one. Do it as many times as you're comfortable doing it, and just kind of bring yourself to that place. I will say as I said, I've been collecting these breathing meditations for a while because I need these quick little things myself. So, and I do have them in a file. So if you can jot madly, but you don't need to. You can look them up. But if you DM me or if you contact me through Instagram or Facebook, or email me, whatever, I can send you the file with all the descriptions of how these work. So that's Nadi Shodhana. And I know I always say that wrong, so I hope they don't send the Sanskrit police after me. So pranayama is the practice of yogic breathing, and that's a very classic one. Another one that you may know from yoga is breath of fire. And that, as you can imagine, is very much about strengthening. This one releases toxins, and it strengthens your nervous system, calms shaky nerves, and it literally, it's different. So I'll give you two of these, these very quick inhale, exhale ones. The breath of fire is equal inhales and exhales, and then the other one that I'll do with you is Kalabati. Kapalabhati. You could tell that I am not a yoga teacher, but I have been doing it. I have very strong practice after 15 years, but I'm not great with some of the Sanskrit pronunciation. And that's skull shining breath. And they're different. The Kapalabhati is just focusing on the exhale, versus the breath of fire is inhale, exhale. So, breath of fire, another yogic one. Hi, everybody who's tuned in. So breath of fire, just kind of center in our bodies for a moment. This one is actually used in Kundalini yoga to really raise the energy, the Kundalini in the spine. And it's, you pump, sit up straight. I'm going to sit up a little straighter. And you actually will feel your tummy, your navel moving in and out. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it on one, but not. You know what a navel moving in and out looks like. So it basically, if you take an in-breath, and then you're going to do quick in-breaths and out-breaths. So it's with just through your nose. See, I sped it up there. You can really do it any speed you want. So you're inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. As you do that, your tummy is also really going in and out. Now, the Kapalabhati is just a strong exhale. And that's equally, yet another one. All of these have different versions of either de-stressing or energizing, definitely balancing, grounding, centering. Kapalabhati is another one for really cleansing the system. And that one, you start with a slow inhale, and then you're just going to you're going to focus on the exhales, quick, powerful exhales, and the inhale kind of takes care of itself, as opposed to, excuse me, the alternate nostril breathing where you're really focusing on both the inhale and the exhale. And so Kapalabhati goes slow inhale, still with the tummy going, you just can't hear me inhaling. Whew. Now some of these, if you're not used to doing it, take it slowly, because some of them you can feel literally breathless, and that's not the point here. The point is to really bring yourself back to your belly, to your solar plexus, through your breath on these, really on all of them. Breathing up here, which I'm sure most of you know by now, that's nice, but that's shallow breathing. You really want to focus on breathing all the way down into your belly. Which reminds me, there's another one that I haven't included on here, which is the 3-level breathing. We'll see if we have time to do that. Okay, so that's those are the two extreme inhale exhales. This one, I'm not sure how I'm going to show up when I stand up. This is Hara breathing, and this is really a great one. Hara is let me look at my notes so I can tell it to you exactly right. Hara is the Japanese word for a point in your body about 2 fingers below your navel, which is the major center of chi in your body. And when it's Tantien, Qigong, there's a bunch of different things that are associated. And using it can really help counterbalance the stuff to, what it means to be in our head. Really, any kind of belly breathing does that too. The idea is to really, when you're doing this, and this just makes you feel so powerful. You're basically doing has. I'll do it sitting down first, and then I think it really gets it's. If you're sitting down, I'm going to get you to stand up too. You place your feet hip width. Try it standing up. I want to be sure you can see it. Raise your arms up, hands open and facing each other. And as you breathe in, you'll bend your elbows back into your sides with the hands fisted as you bend your knees and breathe out. So you can do it up, and then we're going to do it forward. So it goes like this, if you can see me. I might get my head cut off depending on how you're looking at me. So up is ha, bend your knees a little bit. Remember, feet are hip distance apart. Ha, 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 ha. And then forward is ha, 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 ha. You can do a combo. Ha, 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 ha. Whew. Doesn't that make you feel powerful? Let me scoot back over to you. So that's Hara breathing. And that's another one that one is obviously about energizing you and centering you, rebalancing you. Whew, I have to catch my breath with that one. Let's see. Next one I'll run by you. So there were 3 that I collected. I know she didn't invent them, but Sonia Choquette. These were 3 that I really loved, and this is kind of similar. Again, you can stand or sit for this, but the idea is to activate your thymus, and that gets you out of any kind of stuckness that you could be feeling about anything, especially in your heart chakra and your throat chakra, your upper chakras. And the ha sound is universal throughout the world in every religion and every culture. No matter who you are, she says, or where you're from, or what your age is, you can use ha sound to connect with every living person in the world, in existence, which I really love that. Right now, yes, at least in New York City and other places, we're starting to come out of lockdown. But what an important thing in this time of universal separation and isolation to connect with everyone. So this one, you're going to thump your chest rhythmically and yell ha. The idea is to do it like right over your heart chakra. So I got to make sure I'm doing it. It's been a while since I've done this one. Shakes up heart chakra. Okay. So and this is another one that you yell. So you can have fun with this one. Ha, 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 ha. Or you can do it slower. Ha, 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 ha. I wouldn't suggest doing it on your throat chakra. You could do maybe a little one, but you don't want to, choke yourself. So, but definitely focus on your heart chakra. Ha, 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 ha. Woo! Little Tarzan movement there, which makes you realize how even popular culture gets things right with the Tarzan bit with that. It really is about opening yourself up to full heart self, to connect with everyone. Certainly with Tarzan yell, they heard him all over the jungle and elsewhere. So that's a good energizing one. The second one that I kept track of from Sonia Choquette is, she called it sign breathing. I'm not quite sure why. And this is kind of cool. So let me take you through it, because I can't really do it while I'm describing it, because it really involves you getting, feeling it in your face. So you open your jaw and inhale in your mouth until you hear your ear click. And you'll see what I mean when you get there. And you'll notice that when you do that, when you get to that point where you hear that kind of in your ear, that your heart and your throat expand as well. And then you let all the air out after you get to that point with a long ah. So it would go like this. Oh wait, with mouth open, sorry. Crackle, crackle. Ah. Ah. So what I like about that one, and love to hear your comments, anybody's comments on it too, is that unlike all the other ones, which are very much nostril oriented, that one is through your mouth. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Maybe I only had 2 from her. Yeah, I only had 2 from her. So the last one, which I'll do, I think we're doing okay time-wise. I don't like to go longer than 20, 25 minutes max, is a 3-level breathing. And you could go more levels, but it really gets you to really focus on your belly breathing down here, your middle abdomen, and then up here. So you can close your eyes and then inhale just into your belly and pause. Sip a little bit more and bring the breath up to your heart area. Sip a little more and bring it right up to your upper chest area. Then open your mouth and let it go. And then inhale 1/3 to the belly, 2/3 solar plexus, heart, 3/3 fully into your upper chest. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling to your lower belly, solar plexus around your heart, third breath, third into your upper chest, and then let it go. Whoops, I flipped my camera around. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how to turn you back now. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. So those are my favorite breathing, and I'm sure there's many more. And if you know of more, I would definitely love to hear them. And you see what I mean about the fact that these are all really short and sweet. If you're feeling particularly agitated or charged in any particular moment, you literally can sit and just do this breathing. There are a couple other ones that really involve sending energy, drawing energy from above, sending it into the earth. I call it my earth mending meditations. There's one that I created, and I'll share that. I don't think I've shared it here before, but I will do that, I think, coming up. The ones that really connect us to the earth through our breath. But again, breath. You're getting the message, and I'm sure and if you're here, you know anyway that that how important the breath is. I mean, yes, that's how we would die if we couldn't breathe. Now, if you want the descriptions for all of these, for any of these, definitely let me know. DM me, email me, Deborah@spiritedliving.com, on Facebook, Instagram. I mean, you're finding me on Instagram. You're here on my Facebook page. So I'm happy to share them with you. And I would love, if anybody has some to add to my collection, I'd love to hear that too. Breathing exercises, and especially right now when you just need something in the moment to bring you grounded and calm and center, or energized. Remember, some of those ha's and huzz and were energizing too. So you've got a full toolkit here, and I'd love to hear how they go, and I'd love to hear any new ones that I don't know about from you. Thank you all. I've been doing these every other week. I think I'm going to start doing them every week, Wednesdays at 5 o'clock Eastern, and hope to see you back here, and would love to hear your responses. I would especially love to hear if you do some of these and how it feels. Thanks much. Wonderful to be with you. Until next time. Musings and meditations. Bye for now.